My name is Ahmed. I've lived my entire life in Karachi, working as a freelance photographer. I've seen strange things during my travels. Old ruins, forgotten villages, stories that cling to the walls. But nothing ever haunted me the way that road did. They call it Wada Jabardastani, a stretch of forgotten highway somewhere between Quetta and the edge of Balochistan's deserts. It doesn't appear on maps. No GPS can find it. But truck drivers and local villagers whisper its name like a curse. A road where people vanish, where cars break down for no reason. And sometimes you hear voices in the wind. I didn't believe any of it until last winter. It started with a phone call from my old friend Rafiq. We hadn't spoken in years, but his voice that night was trembling. Ahmed, you still do photography, right? You ever been to Wada Jabardastani? I laughed at first, thinking it was one of his usual jokes. But he wasn't laughing. His voice was shaking. Rafiq, what's going on? I can't explain it on the phone. Just come with me. There's something you need to see. Against my better judgment, I agreed. Maybe it was curiosity, maybe loyalty, maybe something deeper that I can't explain. 2 nights later, we left Karachi at dusk in my old black Corolla. The road stretched endlessly ahead. Rafiq barely spoke. He kept glancing at his phone, then out the window, as if expecting something to appear in the dark. By the time we crossed the last checkpoint outside Kuzdur, there were no more lights. No more traffic, just the desert wind and the hum of the engine. Then I saw it. A small rusted sign on the side of the highway, half broken, the paint peeling. It said in Urdu, Wada Jabardastani, 12 kilometri. I slowed the car. That's it. Rafiq nodded. Once we enter, he said quietly, don't stop the car. No matter what you hear, no matter what you see. His voice was dead serious. I thought he was exaggerating until I saw his hands shaking. The road curved off the main highway. Narrow, uneven, almost forgotten. The air grew colder. And even though our windows were rolled up, a strange dry wind slipped inside the car. Then, out of nowhere, the radio turned on. Not music, not static, but a voice. A woman's voice. Soft, distant, whispering something I couldn't understand. I reached to turn it off, but Rafiq grabbed my wrist. Don't touch it, he whispered. The voice faded away. And somehow, the silence that followed was worse. After 15 minutes, the road began to slope downward. That's when I saw the first house, or what was left of it. A half-collapsed wooden hut with an old lantern flickering inside. As we passed, I caught a glimpse of a woman standing in the doorway. Still, watching. Did you see her? I asked. Rafiq didn't reply. Rafiq, don't look back, he said. I didn't. But in the rearview mirror, I saw the lantern light go out. We kept driving. The air inside the car grew colder, heavier, and the road didn't seem to end. Every few minutes, we passed the same twisted tree, the same rock, the same turn. We were looping. Rafiq, we've passed that tree 3 times already. I know. Then how? It's part of it, he interrupted. You can't leave until she chooses you. She? I asked. But before he could answer, the engine died. The headlights flickered and went out. The dashboard lights dimmed. And then, darkness. No sound except the low moaning of the wind. Then came a smell, rotten flowers, wet earth, and something sweet like perfume. Rafiq's face went pale. He stared straight ahead. I followed his gaze and saw her. A woman, standing in the middle of the road. She wore a long white shawl, her face hidden in the shadows. Her presence felt wrong, like the air around her was bending. Stay still, Rafiq whispered. Don't open the door. But she began walking, slow, silent steps toward the car. Closer, closer. Then she stopped right beside my window. Her hand rose and tapped twice. Tap, tap. My breath caught in my throat. Then, faintly, I heard her voice, broken, almost a sigh, whispering my name. Ahmed, Rafiq screamed. Start the car. Now. I turned the key, and the engine roared to life. I hit the accelerator, gravel spraying behind us. As we sped past her, I glanced in the mirror and saw her smile. It wasn't human. We turned a sharp corner, and suddenly, we were back on the main highway. The sign for Wada Jabardastani was gone. Neither of us spoke. An hour later, we reached a rest stop near Kuzdur. Rafiq lit a cigarette, his hands still trembling. You saw her too, didn't you? He asked. I nodded. He looked down at his phone, and his face drained of color. A message glowed on the screen. It said, "You shouldn't have left. Part 2, the return." For days, I couldn't sleep. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw her face, or what I thought was her face. Rafiq stopped answering my calls, and 2 weeks later, I got a message. Come back. She's not done with us. I should have ignored it, but curiosity or guilt wouldn't let me rest. So I drove back, alone. The sky that night was darker. Clouds swallowed the moon. The wind had died completely. The old signboard was gone, but I knew exactly where to turn. As soon as I entered that path, my phone lost signal. The road looked different this time. No trees, no sound. Even the air felt dead. Then I saw it. Rafiq's Corolla, parked at the side of the road. Door open, engine cold. Rafiq, I called out. No answer, only the creak of metal echoing through the still air. I stepped out with my flashlight. Footprints covered the dusty road. Bare feet, leading toward that same wooden hut. Its door was half open, swinging gently. I called again. Rafiq. Silence. Inside, a single lantern was burning, the same one from before. And next to it was a camera. My camera. It was covered in dust, but still warm, as if someone had just touched it. I turned it on. The screen flickered, and a video began to play. It was Rafiq. He was standing inside the hut, breathing heavily. Behind him was her, the woman. Her pale face stretched into a smile, too wide to be real. Then the screen went black, replaced by static, and I heard a whisper behind me. You came back. I turned. She was standing there, just a few feet away. Her eyes glowed faintly, like dying embers. I stumbled backward, and the ground beneath my feet felt soft. Too soft. I looked down, and froze. Faces, half buried in the dirt. Eyes open, watching. Rafiq's face among them. I ran. I don't remember how. I don't remember reaching the car. But somehow, I was back on a main road. It was dawn, the sky pale, birds calling in the distance. When I looked back, the turn was gone, like it had never existed. I drove straight to the police station in Kuzdar. Told them everything. The road, the woman, the hut, Rafiq. The officer stared at me and said, Sir, there's no place called Wada Jabardastani. Never was. A week later, I got my camera back. No photos, no videos, just one new file. When I opened it, there was only sound. A soft whisper. You shouldn't have left. That was 3 months ago. Every night since then, I dream of that road. And every time I wake up, there's dirt on my shoes. Don't forget to like our YouTube channel and hit the bell icon for the latest updates.